Inktober, one of the hardest art challenges you can find online. Many artists try this challenge and fail during the path, simply because it's too long and it takes lots of effort. In this video, I want to show you how I successfully finish the past 3 years of Inktober and how you can do the same. I give you some tips and tricks how to approach this challenge and have a plan in order to complete it. My name is Luigi, also known on social media as Illustrazioni di Loot. You may have missed my first video about Inktober. I leave you in the description below. I was thinking, should I do a second video about it? Also because the first one was probably dropped down by the algorithm because of some too strong contents maybe. Anyway, I asked you on Instagram if you would like a survival guide to Inktober and you asked me positively, so here I am. In the first video I show you my Inktober 2020, so feel free to have a look and I give you some first tips. In this one we will go through my 2021 and 2022 Inktober prompts, and while I show you I will voice over some of my best advices about Inktober. So here you see my past Inktober 2021 on the left and the 2022 on the right. In both cases I used mixed media paper, Fabriano and Fontaine. Now I'm gonna start showing you the 2021 prompts I did from the very beginning. But before starting with my survival guide for Inktober, we need to move to my first prompt of 2021 that is crystal and I like so much that I put in exposition inside my living room. So first of all, why you should do Inktober. The purpose of Inktober is to force you to stick to the habit to draw every single day for 1 month. The idea comes from James Parker that thought about it specifically for ink techniques, so fineliner, brush, pens, and so on. But many other artists use other medium they are more familiar, like watercolor or digital. In my personal opinion, everything is fine as long as you practice for 1 month with the medium of your choice. I do normally use Sakura Pigma Micron's fineliners of different sizes, specifically the 03 tip mainly, together with Ecoline brush pens, mainly black and grey set I have, to create easy and quick shades and add deepness to my drawings, and sometimes I add a bit of gold or silver. Another advantage of Inktober is that you connect with other people on social media, with other art enthusiasts, and you stimulate your imagination and your creativity. Nowadays we are all using a lot of references and sometimes we lost this connection to our childhood, who was mainly drawing from imagination. I know 31 drawings in 1 month is really a lot, but in my opinion you should stick to your habit and try to adapt the challenge to your lifestyle. So if you think you are not able to do 31 drawings, just do 1 per week, or just do the ones that inspire you the most. I see many people giving up in the first week because they cannot stick to 1 drawing per day, but this is not really necessary. Many others don't even start the challenge because they are not inspired by the prompts, but they should see that it is possible to have different readings of the same prompt. And this is possible also by helping you searching online and using the hashtag of the prompt. So starting with some general tip, first of all, you should not stop at day 3 or the first week, because you should think about your lifestyle and if you can fit a couple of hours of drawing inside your daily routine or not. If you cannot do it, just do it once per week or do it in the weekend when you have more free time. You don't really need to do every single day. On the other side, you should think that this is not a masterpiece every single day that you have to do. You can just train yourself with the technique that you would like to learn more or that you are familiar with for 15 minutes, 1 hour or a couple of hours. I also do all this illustration in a couple of hours because I have a busy life. So to help myself, sometimes I put a timer on when I start a drawing and in 2 hours I need to finish it. Or like after 1 hour I need to finish the sketch and start inking. But remember, while you're doing the challenge, the goal must not be to do a masterpiece every single day, but to train your technique. Meanwhile, in the background, I'm moving to the 2022 Inktober. Let's see what I did. I used the same fineliner, brush pen and gold pen of the past years, plus a bigger gold pen, I guess. So you can see me using bigger areas of gold here in some of my favorite prompts of 2022. So let's go back to our survival guide to Inktober. You have in front of you the prompts and you want to find some ideas. For sure, you can search online on Pinterest, use the hashtag to find some more suggestions, have a look between the reference you saved in the past, and choose a topic. That could help you. If you have a topic that you want to stick with for the full month, then you can have some ideas easily. Like for example, this year I'm using Inktober to make a card deck, so I use the 31 prompts plus 1 to make my card. And every single day I know I have to do something related to that specific card plus the prompt. In order to make it more clear, I will do an example. There was the prompt golden and I assigned to the ace of diamonds. So I end up doing a kind of woman with many arms, like stealing money, and at the same time adding some gold details. Last year, so the year you're watching right now, I tried to stick to emotions, although I didn't do with every single prompt, but I guess you get the idea. Stick to a topic of interest, stick to a technique that you're familiar with, and choose a size small. This is quite important actually. You see my drawings are pretty small. That means I can do it in a couple of hours. If you need to do A4 or bigger size, then you will get lost in details. Another great advice is that you start in September. It's called Inktober, but they give you the prompts the 1st of September in order for you to start making sketches and ideas. You should really use that extra time. Normally, like last year, I start doing some prompts that I wanted to finish on the exact day of the prompt, but I end up doing too much effort on the same day because I had to finish the past one and make the one for the same day. So what I'm actually doing this year is to start doing it. It's the 20th of September and I still done only 6 of them. But in this way you have a small advantage at least, and you can get some free days in October. Some more advices has to be adapted to your daily routine, like you can stick to a time slot that you are more comfortable with. If you are free in the evening, you can get like the after dinner time. Instead of watching Netflix, you can do the prompt of the day. Or if you have a long lunch break, you can use that time to make your Inktober prompt. Anyway, you should continue with your normal life, like meeting friends and going out and doing some sport, but you can try to adapt it to your special month. Like for example, if you're planning to travel, that will be really easy to go on with Inktober, so you can move it to November or to plan a short trip. Or if you have visitors like me, my sister is visiting me every October, and you know in advance those days, you can make the prompts of those days in advance in September. Or still, as I said in the beginning, you can still skip those days. It's not mandatory to do all the prompts. So that was so far my main tips. In the background you see my prompts for this year, the first 4 prompts plus 1 extra, because I need to do 32 cards. So if you enjoyed this video, leave a like and tell me in the comment which was your favorite tip. I invite you to subscribe the channel to support me, and hopefully I see you in the next video. Bye!